In recent years, yoga has made a presence into the fitness mainstream. Yoga is offered at most gyms, on the internet, on various social media sites, and most recently has been built into apps for your smartphone or watch. You probably have come across advertisements that say, "Try yoga," and you tell yourself, "I can't even touch my toes." It's important to know that it is not a requirement to be flexible to start yoga. Yoga is just another form of exercise that is a practice, so begin where you are and give yourself some grace. Kelly, our Work Right Northwest resident yoga expert, is going to take you through a yoga flow for the industrial athlete. This flow will take you through a variety of poses and strength postures that will engage the core, increase flexibility, and focus your breathing. Some of these postures involve balance, so feel free to use a wall, chair, or table to help if needed. Yoga usually starts in an upright standing position with what is called hands to heart center. This is where you bring your palms together, stacked over the heart. Alternately, you can keep your arms out to the side, palms open. Begin in mountain pose. Mountain pose is your basic foundation pose, the root of all poses. If you are struggling with a pose, come back here. We will call this home base. In mountain pose, your feet are rooted to the ground from all four corners, knees soft, shoulders pulled back and down. Let's start with a few breaths in this position. Breathe in through your nose, expanding your ribcage and chest to its full potential as you bring your arms up. Then breathe out through your mouth as your arms come back down. Then repeat 2 more times. In through your nose with a nice deep breath, then out through the mouth. Last time, inhale, arms up, exhale, arms down. Next, move into one leg mountain pose. Bring your left leg up to hip height, hold and take a breath here. Then with one motion, step your left leg back into crescent lunge. Your front knee should be bent and back leg should be straight. Your right knee should be in line with your ankle and behind your toes. Stay on the ball of your left toes and bring your arms up. Then focusing on strength and stability on your right leg, raise back up into one leg mountain pose. Repeat this again, stepping back into crescent lunge and raising back up into one leg mountain pose, then ending in crescent lunge. Repeat the same flow on the other side. First coming back into mountain pose and taking a breath in, then out. On your next inhale, rise up onto one leg mountain pose, lifting your right leg. Exhale and step back into crescent lunge, keeping your left knee in line with your ankle and behind your toes. Repeat this 2 more times. Inhale to one leg mountain pose and exhale to crescent lunge. Last time, inhale to one leg mountain pose and exhale to crescent lunge. Next, you will move from one leg mountain pose to flying warrior. Start at home base in mountain pose. Inhale and bring your left knee up to one leg mountain pose. Exhale and slowly hinge back into flying warrior. Keep your hips parallel to the floor and toes of your left leg pointed straight down. Root down through the heel of your right leg and engage your left glute to keep your left leg high. Inhale and come back to one leg mountain pose. Exhale to airplane. Then one more time, inhale to one leg mountain pose and exhale to flying warrior. Return to mountain pose, home base. Inhale and raise your right leg to one leg mountain pose. Exhale to flying warrior. Keep your hips parallel to the floor, root down through your left heel and engage your right glute. Inhale to return to one leg mountain pose. Then exhale back into flying warrior. One more time, inhale to one leg mountain pose and exhale to flying warrior. Return to mountain pose and begin to position yourself into tree pose with your left foot resting on your opposite calf. Slowly rotate your knee in, then out. Repeating this 2 more times. Switch to the other side, resting your right foot on your left leg and rotate the knee in and out 3 times. Challenge yourself by bringing your arms up overhead. Next, you will move into chair pose. Bring your feet together, toes touching. Then sit back as if you were sitting down into an imaginary chair. Keep your weight on your heels and chest up. Rise up onto your toes, taking a breath in. Exhale and sit back into chair. Inhale and rise up onto your toes. One last time, exhale into chair and inhale to up on toes. Now we will move into some flexibility for the low back. Place your hands either on your hips or resting against your low back. Exhale as you extend back, looking up toward the sky. Inhale and return to mountain pose. Then exhale as you extend back. Repeat one more time. Inhale to mountain pose. Exhale to extend back. Now take a step back with the left leg. You will flow from a standing hip flexor stretch into a hamstring stretch. Square off your hips, straighten your left leg, and lean slightly back to feel a stretch in front of the left leg. Then tip forward, bend your left knee, and straighten out your right leg. Keep your back flat and chest forward to feel a stretch behind the right thigh. Then repeat this 2 more times. Stand up, straighten your left leg, and bend your right knee to move into a hip flexor stretch. Then tip forward, bending your left knee and straightening out your right leg. Last time, stand up into a hip flexor stretch and tip forward into a hamstring stretch. Now cross your left ankle over your right knee in a figure 4 stretch. For an arm variation, move your arms in front of you into hands to heart position, out to the sides, or up above for an added challenge. Move to your other side and step back with the right leg. Flow from a standing hip flexor stretch into a hamstring stretch. Square off your hips and lean back slightly to feel a stretch in front of the right leg. Then tip forward into a hamstring stretch, bending your right knee and straightening out your left leg. Keep your back flat and chest forward. Repeat 2 more times. Stand up, straighten your right leg, and bend your left knee to move into a hip flexor stretch. Then tip forward, bending your right knee and straightening out your left leg. Last time, stand up into a hip flexor stretch and tip forward into a hamstring stretch. Now cross your right ankle over your left knee and sit back into a figure 4 stretch. For arm variations, move your arms in front of you into hands to heart position, out to the sides or up above for an added challenge. Lastly, end in a wrist stretch and a reverse wrist stretch, or hands to back. Standing in mountain pose, bring your palms together in front of the body. Lower your hands until a stretch is felt in your forearms and wrists. Inhale, arms up to the sky, then exhale, arms down into hands to back, with arms behind your back, palms together, and fingers pointed down. Repeat this 2 more times. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms in back of the body into hands to back. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms in back of the body into hands to back. If this was your first time following the routine, you may feel like your first try was less than stellar. But that's the beauty of yoga. It's a practice, and know that you will improve. Now take a few breaths, pat yourself on the back, and we will see you next time. Namaste. Thank you for joining us.